Brosplay! Man, it is so frustrating when you don't properly sync up an episode.
You mean listening to it?
Trying to, well, that too, yeah. Oh, fuck, is that ever confusing? There's a lot of YouTubers out there who don't know that that a video, inconsistent frame rates cause a serious problem with synchronization. I use a program called
frame rate drops?
Yeah, a game that constantly drops frames and then goes back up to normal will, especially, or even encoding problems from like a bad recording program or a slow computer, will cause inconsistent frame rate. Even on a game like this that has really good frame rate, the reason why we do a sync between every episode is because over 10 minutes it usually unsyncs by at least 5 or 6 frames, sometimes as low as 2. Sometimes it doesn't unsync at all, which might actually mean that it unsynced in the middle and then synced back up. Sometimes the sync between episodes is actually bang on like episode 2, and I'm blown away.
Huh.
But most of the time I have to resync every episode, which is not difficult. It's actually good that we do it.
And it's simple. It's really quick. I think that the point that Abe Lincoln made is...
Yes,
See,
I
to bring up some very obscure things, that Abe Lincoln was a smart man. He used to be a president of the United States.
Oh, I was going to say, he had to make on top of his speeches about freeing the slaves and pushing forward America to be the greatest, he was also like, anyway, so on the topic of Let's Play synchronization.
Well, what Abe Lincoln...
That's why John Wilkes Booth assaanated him.
Because he was trying to give the info away. He was the Bruce Lee of Let's Play.
Exactly. Abe Lincoln had the #1 Let's Play of 1875, but Booth...
Is that the Gettysburg Let's Play?
Yeah, no, it was Getty Plays, and no, it was and Booth Plays was #2, and
so, anyways, Abe Lincoln said, if I was given 6 hours to chop a tree, I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe.
Wow.
And it really makes a good point about how preparation is almost more important than what you're actually preparing for.
Yes, and assholes would come back at 3 minutes or 3 hours and 50 minutes and say you haven't even started. I know many people like that. They don't see efficiency that way. They only see what you have done.
They only see progress.
They only see, results people certainly can get things done, but to say that something hasn't, it's like with the channel right now. After uploading, I think we've probably recorded over 200 episodes. We've garnered maybe 2 or 3 more views per episode. So to look at that, you could easily look at it as an unsuccessful venture. But if and when it picks up, suddenly there's 200 episodes to watch. So the success is defined by how much we enjoy it, which is a lot, because we wouldn't be doing this every week if we weren't enjoying it.
Absolutely. Well, and I even consider, you say a couple extra views an episode? That would be an amazing rate. I don't even think we're going that fast.
No, we're not. But, okay.
Yeah, I guess I landed on a mine.
An interesting example is the Joe Rogan Experience. He's in 800 now, 900 episodes right now?
830 something?
Fucking crazy. Go back to episode 1. It is, as he would put it, dog shit.
And he's not wrong.
They aren't talking about anything. They aren't addressing the audience. There's a snowflake effect for some reason over the entire episode.
What do you mean?
There's like a snowflake, like a cheap generated effect.
You're kidding, right? Over the video?
Yeah. Yeah, like he was like Jamie, or not Jamie. Jamie didn't come around for a long time. Young Brian, that's not his name. Brian Redband is showing him how to do it and showing him how to stream and stuff. And Joe's not even sure about the idea of
whether he wants to do it at all.
Podcast, and now it's his favorite thing. And you look at the quality level in Joe and the choice of people that come on there, and the microphone quality, and even the video quality, everything. And the fact that I don't even know how many places they put the podcast. It's unbelievable. Like, they stream to more than 3 places simultaneously.
Well, it's 100% on YouTube. They do their actual website. I think they used to do Vimeo. I don't know if they do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, these are explosives, and you can pick them up and throw them.
Oh! Vimeo, or is it VidMe? Vid.me? That's one of those is where Dave Cho put a lot of stuff up because YouTube doesn't like nudity. And so when he wants to slap a smoking cigarette out of a woman's vagina, he goes to the small companies or the small websites that don't censor nudity.
And that's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
That's probably the perfect way to do it, because if YouTube wants to censor that, they're kind of going the same way Instagram does, where Instagram and Twitter are very similar in a lot of ways, but Twitter does not have any aversion really to nudity. So porn stars will use it.
Yeah, Twitter's
and I'm sure that generates a lot more traffic.
Actually, somebody I always check our followers. I want to find out who they are, and it's always fun to see people like, and when people like the video and they're just a regular person, I think that's awesome. It's a little disappointing when you get a like and you go and check them out and they're one of those people with 43,000 followers, or they're following 43,000 people and they have like 23,000 followers, and everything they do is just to get like I forget what it's called. It's like I'm sure I think
it's
it has
like
a
mutual
name.
following.
Yeah, like follow backs. I think that's what they call it. Like there's people who contact me on YouTube who say, "Hey, I'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to me," and that's not what I want.
And you say no.
I don't even respond to them.
Good.
What does it say? Pumping the what? Pumping the iron? Go back to that.
We have to read the ads.
Perjury. Perjury! Refining how we live and pumping the world.
Exatron.
Okay. Those are actually kind of light commentaries. I like that.
Yeah, actually, they do a really good job with the advertising, same way they do with the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's semi-real.
DJ Zinc!
Gotta get faster. I love that they show the record label, too.
Yeah. I'm sure some of them are jokes about actual record companies.
Probably, yeah. If I knew actual record labels, then I'd be able to get those jokes.
I love that that documentary series that Protest the Hero made for Volition. And the one guy is talking about record sales, and underneath his name it says non-scuzzy record company guy.
Yeah, I do remember. That's hilarious. Well, because they did spend a lot of time talking about how scuzzy they were, and then brought a record label guy in, so it was a little confusing.
What a crazy thing. When I was young, I used to look at things. I mean, I've already talked about how I was kind of an asshole when I was young, because it was a lot of like hearing about bad things that happen to bad things that happen to people. I'm like, well, you probably got yourself into it. I was just a fucking dummy. And one of those things was, oh, Protest the Hero is still making music. They must be doing well. But after 10 years of following the cycle of get money, make album, barely make money back, spend time touring just to pay record companies back, and then get money, make album, barely pay money back. Like they did that for 10 years and ended up barely on top. Like,
sounds exhausting.
Like essentially they left on their first tour after writing their first high school exams. So I guess some of them would have been 18.
I remember you telling me that, 17? And I thought that was a sign of success.
Yeah.
Realistically, that sounds like a lot of work. Like that's a whole life worth of recording.
Yeah. And they did it from was it can you be 17 and do that, or did it have to be 18?
Yeah, you can graduate at 17.
Okay, so I think
it just depends when you're born in the year.
Mo, I think his name is Mo, the drummer, the original drummer, was 17 when they left, and they did it for 10 years. So he's now 27, and he finally realized, I don't want to do this anymore. I've loved it up until this point, but he never had an opportunity to make a decision in life. He took an opportunity that seemed extraordinary because he was in high school and he was offered to play music for a living, and partway through he realized I'm an extreme introvert, and partying every night and staying out and meeting thousands of people is not my lifestyle, and so he left. And the group was unhappy, but happy that he could find his own happiness.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, at
the end of the day, you can't be in a band that doesn't make you happy.
Yeah. But they went even more freeform after Volition. Volition was a whole album funded by their fans, And then Sony, I think it was Sony, came by and said, "Hey, we'd like to get in on this action." And they were like, "You can have distribution rights, bitch." Basically, the heavy lifting, and we'll take everything else. And so, and then the album after that is a mini album where they upload a song once a month for 6 months, and you get access to that by paying $12 or $13 a year. That's $1 a month.
It actually costs you like about the amount that it costs to have a website domain.
Yeah, it would be $15 for an album. Like you're actually making. Well, I guess they're making less music, but it's at their own terms, and they're allowed to do whatever they want, and they're not really selling something to you. They're giving you an opportunity to fund a project that they will then work on. And I was more than happy to give them yearly money, if that's what it takes to keep them going. It was so sad to hear them say that they didn't know before Volition whether people wanted to hear them. Because the whole time I wanted to hear them make music.
It's all you wanted to do.
But I didn't do anything to indicate that, so there's no reason for them to believe it. It was the people who were part of that Kickstarter. They were the ones. They were the voice, and they end the whole album with a beautiful song, where they thank the fans as well as have many fan cameos in the song. There's a chant scene, and there's like 6 or 7 fans who paid $5,000 to be on the album, and
that's amazing dedication to a band.
There's also a guitar solo, and then there's a duet. It's fucking brilliant.
They really put a lot into that.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how cars don't really spawn when I'm walking against the flow of traffic. It's very strange. As soon as I cross the road, they start again.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Yeah, so you got lots of cars coming, and then at some point they'll stop. Or maybe not. Maybe...
How about you turn them on their side when you kick them? Oh!
Oh, I do more than that. I'm trying to get my... You see my strength?
Yes. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you definitely cannot get higher than 5. I don't even really know what happens when you hit 5.
Shit, that's fine.
Damn, they got me.
Hey, don't ever play yourself, brother.
I'm pretty sure they drowned, too. Oh, wow.
Yo, that was a really dumb part. I never watched Pearl Harbor, but in Pearl Harbor, they do a lot of really dumb things with the narrative, but they have...
you see that?
No.
It just keeps when it hits 99, it just goes again to 99.
Oh, so you can't go past that?
Yeah, that's a really silly way to...
Oh. That's really... That's...
Well, it's anticlimactic. You might as well just make it 5 stars and just have it go back to 0.
Yeah.
Nothing has to change. I don't need more. I just need gratification.
I don't need your strength game.
See that?
Woo!
They're gonna drown. Look. Yeah, they...
Well, yeah, in Pearl Harbor, the fucking Navy crew couldn't swim.
Really?
Yeah. I get that it was a different time, but I have a feeling more of them would have been able. Like, there's a guy who's like screaming, "I can't swim." I don't know about that. I don't know. I wasn't around for that time. I'm not a historian, but I have a feeling like there were people.
Like, why would you put someone on a boat if they can't swim?
Yeah, there were people who weren't allowed. I had a teacher whose grandfather was shamed every single day because he was at home while everyone was fighting, and he wanted to fight, but he had I think it's flat foot. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
He had
clubfoot.
Yeah, he's something. Yeah, where like he has no arches in his feet, and they wouldn't let guys, at least at the beginning. I think by the end of the war they might have changed some of their standards, but for a long time at least they weren't allowing anyone with several conditions to be part of it for a lot of reasons.
Think I got him.
Probably, yeah. Is that gonna count?
I don't know. No, I guess not.
But yeah, like they wouldn't let him go because he couldn't walk for long periods of time. I have a feeling they wouldn't put a guy on a boat who couldn't swim.
Yeah, it just seems like that's the easiest way to just lose someone for no reason.
I could be completely wrong. I could be uncovering a dark side of the war. Like,
I did it! You see that?
Nice. It took that long to get to you, too. I
guess because it just had... Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe when the orbs come to me, that's what actually triggers it.
Oh, the orbs were flying across the city.
Yeah, they had to go all the way down.
Thank you for joining us.
We are successful.